Okay, we're going to look at some of the most missed problems from yesterday. So this first one says, what is the average value of 3x squared plus 4x on the interval from 2 to 6? All right, so if we remember from yesterday, we want to start by finding the accumulated change. So we're going to take the integral of 3x squared plus 4x dx, and we're going to take that from 2 to 6. All right, that will give me the total accumulation of change. And then what I want to do is I want to divide it out evenly over the interval. So I'm going to divide it by 6 minus 2, which is 4. All right, so in this one I have 1/4 integral from 2 to 6, 3x squared plus 4x dx. All right, so I go ahead and take the antiderivative, which would be x cubed plus 2x squared from 2 to 6. And then I'm going to look and see if there's any way that I can make this a little easier to do the computation. So what I notice is I can take an x squared out, and that leaves me with an x plus 2 inside, and I'm still going 2 to 6. All right, now I can do all of this in my head because 6 squared is 36, times a fourth is 9, and 6 plus 2 is 8. So we have 9 times 8 minus, then I'll plug a 2 in, I'll get 2 squared, which is 4, times a quarter, which is 1, and then 2 plus 2 is 4. All right, so I've got 72 minus 4, which equals 68. So my average value of that function over that interval would be 68. All right, if we take a look at the next one from the same section, we've got what is the average value of sine x over the given interval. So we're looking 1 over, and we're going to have -1 minus -6, all right, because we're always going to take the upper bound minus the lower bound, integral from -6 to -1 of sine x dx. All right, so if I clean this up a little bit, I've got 1 over 5, and then the antiderivative of sine is negative cosine. So I have negative cosine x, and that's going to be from -6 to -1. All right, so I'll go ahead and plug that in. I've got 1/5 times negative cosine of -1 minus negative cosine of -6. All right. So from here, we want to clean this up as much as we can. What I notice is on the insides here, I've got positive numbers. So I'm going to use the fact that cosine is an even function, meaning it's symmetric about the x-axis. So I have 1/5 negative cosine of 1, which is equivalent to cosine of -1, plus cosine of 6, which is equivalent to cosine of -6 because of the symmetry that we have. That means that I've got cosine of 6 minus cosine of 1 all over 5. All right, and cosine of 6 minus cosine of 1 all over 5, that is choice B. All right, those were the most missed questions from the first of the 3 homework sets. I'll be back with the next 2.